In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a one-dish sun-dried tomato pasta bake. So this amazing dish can be made in only 5 minutes of prep, and then you just throw it in the oven and you are ready to enjoy. So it can be made any night of the week with super easy prep. So there's all the ingredients. If you need to, you can pause the screen or you can check the link in the description below. Now for this, I'm going to be using lentil pasta noodles because I like the extra protein. Just if you are going to be using lentil noodles, make sure there's something like this. A chickpea noodle will not work in this dish because it can get mushy when you bake it in the oven for too long. Any penne or rigatoni will work. And then I've got my chopped canned tomatoes. I've got my vegan cheddar shreds. Of course, I have my hot chili flakes. I have my Italian spice blend, I have my nutritional yeast, and that's the brand that I use there, Red Mill Bob's, and I've got my minced garlic, I've got my tomato paste, I've got my sun-dried tomatoes that are chopped and they are in oil, so you definitely want to add that oil and that's part of it. Salt and pepper to taste, and kale or spinach. You can use another green if you like, that's chopped. And if you like a little bit of sweetness, I'm going to put a little bit of maple syrup, but that is optional. Now I've got a 9x11 baking dish, but another similar size would work. So I'm measuring about 400 grams of this pasta here, so it's about 1.5 boxes of this lentil pasta, but sometimes other rigatoni or penne pasta boxes will just come in 400 grams, and those are perfect as well. And then I've got my fire roasted chopped canned tomatoes, I've got my vegan shreds. You can use any kind of vegan cheese that you want in there, it's going to melt up. I've got my maple syrup, I've got my hot chili flakes, I've got my Italian seasoning. So basically, like, you can see how easy this is. All you do is just dump everything into this baking dish. Like, that is what I'm talking about on a weeknight or a night that I'm super rushed and I want to have something really tasty and delicious, not just like beans and toast. But I don't have a lot of time to prepare because I have a ton of stuff to do. So that's why I love this so much. Now I'm going to dump on the hot water. Now you can see in the instructions, you don't want to add too much at once. You just want to cover all of the ingredients, just cover them in the boiling water. If you have too much, it's not going to turn out because you want this to thicken up. So be careful that you can still see a couple noodles poking out. That is what you want. You don't want too much water. You can always add more when you check on it halfway through in the oven. Now we're going to throw it in the oven at 375 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. It can take 35 minutes depending on the noodle you're using. I find these lentil ones work a little quicker. And then I don't know about your dogs, but my dog loves to get the cardboard box when I'm done with it and just rip it to shreds. And now I've pulled this out of the oven and removed the tin foil. You do want to bake this with tin foil on it. I'm just going to mix that together. The noodles are cooked. You want to just check them and make sure that your noodles are cooked nice and al dente. Like I said, it does really depend on the noodles that you're using, how long it's going to take for them to cook, but be really careful you don't use chickpea noodles because I know for a fact those do not work in a pasta bake through experience. And then you can just put your favorite toppings. So if you have a little vegan parm or if you have a little fresh basil, throw that on. Okay, so this is one of the easiest pasta dishes that you can make. It's a one-pot recipe. It's honestly so easy to make and it is so delicious. It's so worth it. There's hardly any chopping. There's just chopping up a couple ingredients and you have an amazing meal. You can serve a bunch of people this. You can get it together so fast and so easily, and you can make a few substitutions as you go, so it doesn't always have to be the exact same thing, and it's just one of those things that comes together so well. I can't believe the amount of flavor that is in this dish given how easy it is. So I'm just going to give that a try and dive right in. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you like it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below.